Jane here, welcome back to my channel. Now when it comes to IBS and IBS symptoms, gut pain is definitely up there when it comes to the impact it can have in your life, because let's face it, IBS gut pain can be pretty horrendous. I remember the number of times I used to crawl into bed, teeth gritted and just wishing my life away. Doubled over in complete agony was not what I had signed up for in life, and I'm guessing that if you suffer from IBS symptoms, including painful flare-ups, then you feel the same. IBS gut pain literally puts your life on hold. It stops you from making plans, it's the reasons behind countless cancelled plans, and the stress, worry and anxiety it creates can literally steal the joy from pretty much everything, and in some cases can stop you from even leaving the house for fear of being caught away from home without your bed or your couch to curl up into. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through the reasons behind your IBS gut pain and, most importantly, 3 simple drug-free approaches to managing your pain when flare-ups arise. It's been over 15 years since I healed my own IBS, and now it's time for me to help you do the same. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Jane, and as a psychotherapist, gut-directed hypnotherapist and wellness coach, I help people with irritable bowel syndrome beat their symptoms long term without restrictive diets or relying on medication for the rest of their lives. So if you want more content on this topic, then don't forget to subscribe and make sure you hit the bell button so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you haven't already grabbed your copy of my free ultimate guide to IBS gut pain, then make sure you go ahead and download your copy by just clicking on the link in the description box down below this video. Okay, so let's dive in. I am a huge believer that knowledge is power. So before I take you through 3 simple and effective pain management strategies for IBS gut pain, I first want to help you understand why you are experiencing IBS pain in the first place and why your best friend or your partner doesn't have any issues. Now, the reasons behind IBS gut pain can be broken down into 3 main factors. The first is something called visceral hypersensitivity, which is basically a fancy way of saying that if you suffer from IBS, you have increased sensitivity to pain within your GI or gastrointestinal tract. This means that you have a lower threshold for pain than people who do not suffer from IBS. Now, it's still really unclear why this isn't the case, but some research suggests that those of us with IBS may have more nerve endings found in our guts. But regardless of why this is the case, what this means for you is that you sense things in your gut that other people just don't. And this can lead you to interpreting normal sensations in your GI tract as abnormal and painful. Now, the second reason behind your IBS gut pain is to do with something called altered bowel motility. So what does that mean? Well, bowel motility refers to the speed at which the contents of your bowel moves through it. Now, in a normal functioning bowel, the movement of waste products, which is controlled by the muscle movement in your intestines, is fairly smooth, consistent, and coordinated. However, if you have IBS, the muscle contractions in your intestines are far from smooth, consistent, and coordinated. In fact, they are either happening too fast, which is when you experience those painful cramps, and they can trigger things like diarrhea, or they're happening far too slowly, which can cause trapped gas, bloating and pain, and can result in constipation. Now, I'm not going to go into this further in this particular video, but just know that these unpredictable and uncoordinated contractions of your bowel is due to a miscommunication between your brain and your gut. And this is why IBS is what is called a brain-gut dysfunction. Okay, so let's cover off the third reason for your IBS gut pain. Quite simply, when you experience IBS symptoms, you become hyper aware of what is happening in your gut. Now, this heightened awareness of gut sensations means that your attention is usually 100% focused on what is happening in your stomach and abdominal region. We call this the spotlight effect, where the more you focus on something, the more intense it becomes. Now, just a quick note here before I take you through the 3 pain management strategies. Please don't forget that gut pain in IBS does not mean that your body is being harmed and no physical damage is being done, despite how painful or severe the flare-up can feel. Okay, so now you know why you have pain. What can you do about it? Pain management strategy number 1, change how you react to pain. Now, it's very easy when you feel the slightest painful sensation in your gut to start freaking out. Trust me, I have been there. And the thing is, when you do start freaking out, your body tenses up, and those thoughts of, oh my God, my stomach, oh no, here we go, what am I going to do? They start up. And I'm sure there's many other things that you say with words I probably can't include in this video. Now, here's the thing with IBS pain. Your brain and your gut are very closely linked, and what happens to one is going to impact the other. So if you start to tense up and your thoughts start to spiral, you're actually going to cause your body to go into what we call your stress response. And what you're doing is actually creating more of what you don't want, which is triggering further pain and IBS symptoms. So instead, when you start to become aware of gut sensations, I want you to breathe. I want you to use the initial pain as a cue to slow down, to relax, to become aware of the tension held in your body and to breathe. Also become aware of your thoughts. Now, this is something I teach inside my program, the Calm Gut Method, but becoming aware of your thoughts and changing those thoughts into more helpful ones is a very effective strategy when it comes to managing pain. Now, an example of a more helpful thought in this instance may be to think, it's okay, I can manage this, I've managed this before, and I can manage this again. If I stay calm and relax, the pain will pass. Now, before I move on to the second strategy for managing pain, let me know down in the comments, what thoughts do you have when you have flare-ups, when you first become aware of that pain in your gut, and what could be an alternative thought to replace this? Okay, pain management strategy number 2, change your focus. Now, due to what we call the spotlight effect and the way that your brain intensifies whatever it's focused on, it is vital that you learn how to change your focus and distract yourself when you feel the initial onset of stomach pain. So instead of becoming fixated on your stomach and abdominal region, do things that change your focus. So, for example, going out for a walk. Now, this was always my favorite way to manage IBS gut pain. You can also get outside into the garden, work on a hobby, play music, watch a movie or read a book. Basically, you are wanting to stop your mind from focusing 100% of what is happening inside of your bowel. Pain management strategy number 3, use a relaxation technique. As your brain and gut are so connected, by calming your mind, you will also start to calm your gut. When you relax, you break the cycle of stress and pain. So some effective techniques to relax for IBS include abdominal breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, hypnosis, guided visualization, and meditation. By taking the time to relax, you help to decrease the muscle tension in your body, and abdominal pain and discomfort decrease. You'll also find that the more you start to relax your body instead of tensing your body at the first signs of stomach pain, you'll become a lot more aware of your initial reaction, which is usually to tense your muscles, hunch your shoulders, contract the muscles in your stomach, and start to breathe a lot more shallowly. Basically, you're bracing yourself, which is the pattern we want to break. So now you know the 3 ways to help manage your IBS gut pain drug-free. But before I wrap up this video, I want to share an extra handy tip which applies to all of these strategies. And that is, I highly, highly recommend that you practice these techniques when you are not in pain and you are feeling calm. Because here's the thing, if you are in pain, it can be really hard to change your focus or stop thinking or drop into relaxation if you've never practiced these techniques beforehand. You want to be able to access these strategies when you need them. So practicing them in advance will really, really help. So now it's time for you to put together your own plan of what you will do the next time you experience IBS pain or a flare-up. But if you do need more help with managing painful flare-ups and finally getting your IBS symptoms under control, then my program, the Calm Gut Method, may just be the answer for you. You can learn more about the work that I do with clients and about the Calm Gut Method by visiting my website, and the link is just down below in the description. I would also love to invite you to my free Facebook group where you get to ask your questions and get advice from myself on your IBS. Now you can join that group by again clicking the link which is just down below this video in the description box. In the meantime, I will leave you with these 2 other videos with more insights, tips and strategies to help you start living life on your terms and not your bowels. For now, I will see you in the next video.